It's been a rough morning.
It's been a rough morning.
Yeah, I feel like I don't really remember a time maybe around COVID where there were this many things happening, this much chuck that exact amount and put it behind meta ads and you targeted your exact your customer profile with 2K.
Yeah.
Surely you would have seen better return on investment on that.
Okay, 5 years from now, are we still running an agency or has AI changed what we actually sell?
What does a business's online presence this year need to look like in order for AI to actually take it serious?
Sorry, this can go into the bloopers. They're gonna get crushed.
Very true. Stuff that's changing with ads. Yeah. If these things don't match, it's just not going to work anymore. Hi guys, welcome back to Built Different. I'm with Nick. Hey Nick.
Hi.
All right, let's do it. We're going to go through a few things today. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. Are you?
I'm going to push the boundaries with you. Is that all right?
Always fun.
Awesome. So I guess to kick us off, we're in a weird time right now. Everyone is stressed. Petrol prices are up. Interest rates, all the things. Tell me, how are you feeling, first of all, with everything that's going on?
I'm feeling all right. Yeah. Maybe a little bit stressed. Yeah. There's obviously a lot going on. Petrol's through the roof. They're talking about recession. They're talking about more interest rate rises, changes to capital gains. There's a lot going on. Yeah,
I feel like I don't really remember a time maybe around COVID where there were this many things happening, this much negative news every time you turn on the channel, like YouTube. Everyone is capitalizing on it though.
Yeah.
Every YouTuber is talking about how recession is looming, that headline.
It's putting a lot of fear into people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets clicks, right?
Yeah.
It gets clicks, it gets watch time. So I get it.
Just got to figure out what's true, what's not.
What's not.
You got to make your own informed decision, I guess.
Definitely. And we are seeing it as well with a lot of our clients in terms of how they're feeling and how their businesses are being impacted now. Definitely in the real estate world, some of the mortgage brokers that we chat to, some of the luxe items too, not luxe, but like beauty and cosmetics and that side of things.
Yeah. Well, look, with real estate, there's a lot of stock on the market. I guess with brokers, it's like, I don't know, it's a bit hard with the brokers, people want to refinance, but, you can't lock into anything that's going to be anything decent.
So everyone's just kind of pausing now and they're waiting for more news.
Yeah.
It's like the economy's at a standstill, but then you go to Woolies and you go to Coles and you go to the petrol station, all the things, and everything's up.
Yeah.
And that creates a lot of fear in people, definitely for the everyday person.
Yeah. And with real estate, speaking to one of our clients, buyers have the expectation that they want things discounted, but the sellers still have the expectation that they should be receiving top dollar.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stock sitting there. Clearance rates are really low.
Yeah.
So it's going to take another month. He thinks, for it to correct itself. When sellers will have, they will lower their expectations.
Yeah, because I think now they're still banking on whatever conversation they've had a couple months
ago.
Right? Yeah. And it's interesting because now the rental market's booming and there's not that many properties and so many people going to open homes and inspections and stuff.
Well, what happens if they change capital gains tax?
I know.
And what happens? The investor's going to pass on that loss and it's going to end up, with renters paying more for rent.
Wow. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. The loss has to go somewhere.
Yeah, there's so many. Even that merchant thing that's coming out where you have to pass on. Wait, you can't pass on.
You can't pass on the merchant fee anymore. So while it looks good, cool, we're not going to pay 1 or 1.5% on transaction fees, but that cost is going to go somewhere.
Yeah. So it's we're kind of in this position, which is so annoying because no matter what you do, we are going to see inflation. Right? Because everything is pushing the price up in one way or another, whether it's rent, groceries and merchant fees, whatever. So then it just means interest rates are going to continue to go up at not our fault, right? Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. But yeah, look, the biggest thing is we're not here to kind of be Debbie Downers and stuff.
No, absolutely not.
We just want to talk about what's going on. We understand there is a lot of fear in the market and some of the important things for us, especially as agency owners, is we know that this is the time where customers now like to pull back and don't want to spend, don't want to do anything. But we know that in the economy, everything works in cycles. So we don't know how long this cycle will be, but when there is a downturn, the ones that kind of go quiet it's really hard for them to keep that momentum going when everything picks back up again.
Yeah.
So I think, just trying to think of like ways you can be top of mind. Maybe, if you need to reduce your budget, that's fine, but just be more strategic about where you're spending, right?
Yeah, and we're having those conversations with our clients. They're not pulling back, but they're like, oh, what do we do? How do we adjust? What are your recommendations? So all that comes back to us.
For sure. And it's kind of good, like for us as well, we get to see like different industries, what they're concerned about, and then trying to re-pivot a strategy, which I think because we're such a small team and we're so agile, it's a benefit, like something that we can do pretty easy. We don't have so many heads and, massive teams where we have to go through all this red tape to do it. It's like, Nick, I need to do this.
What do we need to do this week? Yeah.
Exactly. All right, cool. So, look, we did talk about a few stressful things, but tell me about this week. What's actually something that stressed you out that nobody knows about?
That's a good question. Something that no one knows about. Well, I have a side project with a friend. Not to give out too much information, but it's fit out. So we looked at a quote for fit out in October last year. There's been some delays with the construction team and the builder and everything else, so we haven't handed over yet. And the cost difference between October last year and last week was about $90,000. Now, mind you, it's not a big space. It's a 30 square metre space. Yeah. But, that's been stressing me out.
Yeah, $90,000 more for the exact same.
Yeah, because everything's gone up in price. Obviously, things have adjusted over the last 6 months, but everything that's happened the last 2 months has pushed pricing up. Yeah. Construction's more expensive, materials more expensive. Yeah. But, to add in that much extra money on a little tiny fit out, it's like, oh, that's a bit stressful.
It's a huge jump. It's not like a small increment, right?
No, it's not double, but almost double what it was 6 months ago.
And thinking of that, the building industry right now is probably getting crushed. We've been hearing about it, but obviously seeing that kind of number change, like cost of materials. Yeah,
because I've heard about it, read the news, but it's not till it's thrown into your face. You're like, okay, oh wow, this is full on.
Yeah. I wonder, what do you think is going to happen there if I ask for your prediction? With the space, sorry, not with the project.
Oh, with the space or the project?
No, with the construction space being hit with the cost of things going up because of
I think it's going to continue to go up. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so petrol's more expensive, so that means transportation's more expensive. Raw materials for plastic and stuff like that, they're made from oil, so that's gone up. One of our clients who's in the automotive industry, their oil's gone up. So when does it change? Is it months? Is it 6 months? I don't know.
And you kind of think, right, not to get political, but you think what's something that's going on thousands of, kilometers away from our home? How's it going to impact us? And now we're actually seeing the live impact. Yeah. It's kind of freaky, but look, I have faith in Australia. We're going to sort this out.
Let's hope so.
Get back on track, guys. Figure out our own oil situation, stop relying on the world.
Yeah, I know. We really do rely on the world for too much.
Maybe we should mention Albanese in this. And see,
ask him some hard questions.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. I wanted to continue on with this. If you had to explain what we actually do to someone at a dinner party, so not the pitch version, the real version, what would you say we do?
That's easy. We do therapy. We do marketing/business therapy. Yeah,
it is. It does feel like therapy sometimes.
It does. Yeah. It does, because every month you meet with your clients, you talk about what's going on, what do we need to change, what's stressing them out, what do they need, and they tell us what's going on with them, and we do therapy.
Yeah. I mean, should have got a psych degree, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. Plus, we're very close with all our clients, so we have, that personal collection.
Yeah. In a way, yeah. We're so invested.
We really are.
For so long.
That's why it ends up therapy, because we're so invested with all of our clients.
Yeah.
Maybe too invested.
Maybe we need to pull back. When you wake up on a Monday, what's the first thing that worries you about our business?
Interesting. Well, I don't worry in the mornings. I worry at night. So I'm a night.
You are a night person.
I'm a night person.
Yeah.
Like when my head hits the pillows, that's where I think about everything. Whether it's ideas or strategy or business or money or whatever it may be, it's as soon as my head hits the pillow.
Do you try and take notes, put them in your notes? And
I
stuff?
do.
Yeah.
If I come up with something good or if there's something I've remembered, straight into the notes. Yeah.
I find that if I don't put it in my notes, because you obviously know sometimes I'll do the same thing. I'm like, tick, 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 tick. All right, cool. I'm going to explore this AI tool at 12 a.m. Why not? If I don't take that mental brain dump out of my head, I don't sleep.
Yeah, it needs to go in your phone.
It needs to go.
Yeah. Have you ever woken up and then thought of something and then put it into your phone?
Yeah,
it's the worst.
This only business owners know this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's the pain and suffering that you deal with when you start a company to work your own hours, but you don't expect to work 150 hours a week.
I know, that's what happens.
So anyway.
Should we go back to working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week?
Clock off, it's over.
How boring.
Badly.
All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions now.
All right, let's go.
Okay. What's something that's happening in search right now that most agencies haven't caught up to yet? And what does that mean for businesses that are still running the old playbook?
I mean, you know what I'm going to say. It's definitely the AI stuff. Even just this morning, the Google CEO launched.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And he was like, this is what search is going to look like in 2027. And basically it's, can you book me a Europe trip in June for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
And the AI agents are going off doing their thing. So the future of search, and this is we never knew what was going to happen here, where we're going to get crushed or what was going to, how it was going to transpire. But search is going to be based on agents making the decision for you. So how do you influence what an agent picks as the best flight or the best product or the best hair salon? You have to be doing the work now, because if this launches this time next year, so many businesses are going to get left behind.
Yeah.
And it's funny, we were speaking to Stephen the other day and he was telling us that he'd spoken to those business owners, been in business for 20 years and never had a website.
Yeah.
And that's a couple of years ago, that was fine. You still could get away, word of mouth and all the things.
Yeah.
But now it's you really need to have some sort of digital footprint to.
And the other thing as well, the agencies that the agencies and the businesses that just do ads, they're going to get crushed too.
That's very true. With stuff that's changing with ads. Yeah.
You can run ads fine, but if you're not in that AI bot or the agent or, any of the AI things out there, how are you going to come up?
Yeah.
Apart from chat. Ads platform, but that's a whole nother story.
You're buying ads there for sure. But we don't even know. What if ChatGPT turns around and says we need a minimum of something before you can run ads? So they might actually limit it to a percentage of who already has a digital footprint.
Yeah. And watch this space.
Yeah.
We're seeing SEO and paid search merge into one system now. What does that mean for the business owners who have been managing them as two separate line items?
That's a good one. So Google's AI is getting smarter. So what's happening now is it can read your website. So that's your title tags, what you name, your image alt tags, your descriptions, what each page is about. So if these things don't match, it's just not going to work anymore. And we've never really seen the connection between the two. You could always just have a landing page and run an ad there and then have SEO on the side if you weren't running ads. But the fact these two things are now talking to each other, I think it's very important for businesses who are doing maybe ads and not SEO to rethink allocating a smaller budget to getting their online presence organically showing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because you're competing with people who are doing both, and that
a lot of people don't even know what technical SEO is.
I know.
If you ask someone what a H1 is or a title tag, what?
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I mean,
call us, guys. We'll do a free technical SEO audit for you.
This is not an ad.
This is an ad.
But yeah, it's definitely like, the technical stuff, even, you know how we were doing that research where it's like over 200 ranking factors. Like, it's not just website speed, it's not just title tags, it's not just blah. It's all of them together working to say, to create that story. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a rough slog. I know we use that word a lot.
Always a rough slog.
For the next year, for sure.
Everything's always changing. It's not going to stop. It really doesn't. All right. Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah.
What's the most overhyped marketing channel right now that people are throwing money at for no return?
Overhyped channel. You have strong feelings about this one.
I do have strong feelings about this. It's influencers for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are sick of being told, what's good, what's not, oh, this is the best steak in Sydney.
Yeah.
But you've had the best steak in Sydney 25 other times. Like, where's the credibility?
Yeah.
I really feel like that it just bothers me.
Yeah.
And I think people are really waking up to it. A lot of like skincare companies and like product companies are now doing UGC instead of influencers.
Yeah.
Pay, a creator a couple $100, get a good video made, post it, do ads to it, whatever, instead of spending thousands of dollars for an influencer to post a product and not getting any sales from it.
And you had this experience with a client recently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about $2,500 on an influencer, a couple posts, some stories, nothing.
How many followers or like?
Over 200,000 followers. Wow. Engagement was about 25,000. So it's not too bad. Like, it's not great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know percentages, but
12.5%.
12.5%
engagement rate. Yeah.
And then any sales?
No.
Not a dollar.
Not a dollar.
Yeah.
You're better off taking that budget that you're going to spend on an influencer, getting some UGC made, and running an ads campaign and spending that amount of money.
I agree. People are getting over. This is the most cracker burger. This is the best, blah, blah. Like, we've seen it. We've seen your head, like you're saying. We've seen them over and over going different places.
Yeah.
You know what it is, right? Like, it needs to be authentic, and I think it's lost that.
It has. The ones that I like are the ones that, look, people get invited to eat places. That's fine. Like, invite an influencer to come eat at your restaurant or your takeaway shop, whatever it may be. But if they like it, they'll post it. If they don't, they're not going to post it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're not paying thousands of dollars for someone to come and, do one of those influencer campaigns, whereas the other ones, they either don't get paid or they get product and they give a real review.
Yeah, I agree. I think that industry is getting, there's going to be a very slow decline, even in your numbers just there. Like, you're telling me 20,000 people. And, I mean, 20,000 people, if you chuck that exact amount and put it behind meta ads and you targeted your exact ideal customer profile with 2K, surely you would have seen better return on investment on that, if not gotten people onto your email list or something to retarget them.
And a lot of influencers fluff their results.
Yeah.
We've got tools, we put in their handles in there and we see the actual engagement, what fake followers, real followers. It's like,
so annoying.
Yeah, people are really getting over it.
Yeah, I get that.
All right, this one's for you.
Okay.
Is the agency model actually broken?
Yes, I think it is.
Interesting.
And look, obviously, because the industry hasn't really shifted much from when people first started an agency. The main thing that happened is people took a lot of the operations offshore to save money. But the thing with agencies is to take on more clients, you need to scale headcount, right? Because very hands-on, very high touch points. But not every agency operates the same. And I think when you have something that's a little bit more personal, face-to-face, the after-hour calls, as bad as it is in terms of our mental health.
Yeah.
But that kind of energy when you're connected to someone's business, it's irreplaceable. When you're being passed on and you're just a number, people feel that.
Yeah.
How many conversations have we had, even just the call we just got off, where we potentially inviting a client on, and she just said, I just want to say what an experience it's been working with us.
She went through 12 years of all those bad agencies. So I get it. Yeah, it makes sense.
Wherever there's a quick, where someone can make a lot of money, people do the dodgies. We're seeing it in the NDIS space. Agencies have been like that for years. You see it in the building space when there's a incentive or whatever.
Yeah.
So people will take the piss if there's money to be made.
Yeah.
How do you filter through the crap and find someone who's actually got your back.
Yeah.
You and I think the best thing about us is we don't like to lose.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And that just keeps us going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, the standard agency model is broken. I think people need to adapt. And I think agencies need to get better at using technology and the right headcount versus just trying to grow for the numbers because they won't survive the next few years.
And I feel like a lot of them as well only focus on one thing. And look, remember, we wanted to do this at the start, but we've pivoted.
Yep.
A lot of agencies haven't pivoted. So some will do just SEO, some will just do Meta, some will just do ads.
Yeah.
You need a mix. Without a mix, it does not work.
And it's true because seeing just a month ago, Claude Bot was bloody running Meta ads and then Manus just rolled out. So if you were just focusing on that and Meta completely just rolled out an AI tool, your business is gone overnight. The SEO stuff we were experiencing last year when SEO is being disrupted, imagine it did get fully disrupted, we would have been under. Yeah. So it's like, obviously, not putting too many eggs in one basket. Is that see? Yeah. And diversifying. And then also to your point, every strategy for every client's different. You can't just say you are Meta ads only, for every single person. Everyone has different needs. You got to allocate the budget based on what makes sense for them and who their audience is and where they're hanging out.
Yeah, and split test. Do Google ads and Meta ads the first month or the first 2 months, Charge one management fee for both and figure out which one works. Everyone thinks they have the secret sauce and they've got, the... What's that thing? That crystal ball?
Yeah,
everyone thinks they've got the crystal ball, but,
It's all
fluff.
It's all fluff.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. When I see those videos, they actually drive me nuts. So, if a business owner came to you tomorrow with $5,000 a month to spend on marketing, how would you actually split it? And why does the answer change depending on where they're at in their business?
Honestly, it depends on the business.
Yeah. All right. Let's actually throw. Okay, we've got $5,000, and you're going to do a car wash business.
Okay. How many car washes we got? 2, 3, 1, 2. I would do SEO. So we've got 2 locations. So I want to do local.
Yep.
So car wash 5 kilometers around.
Yep.
And then I would do Google ads. Maybe GMB profile ads, I think, would be my best bet. Obviously, depending on the client's current reviews.
Yes.
And depending on the branding, you could also do Meta. It all depends on the client, the industry, and the branding.
To your point about branding, though, one thing that no matter what you're doing, right, whether you're spending tens of thousands, whether you're spending 100, whether you're not spending $1, branding is everything.
Yeah.
It's the starting point of any business, right? Because especially in Sydney, there's so many businesses, so much competition. You're in a sea of sameness.
Yeah.
How do you compare, right? You need to be getting in front of the camera, having these conversations, interviewing your clients, doing all these things. Doesn't cost you $1, but it puts the brand out there. Have something that you stand for. If you're a car wash, you stand against dirty cars or whatever it is. What's your mission? And then over time, if you have a mission and, Joe's car wash next door is just, $20 car washes, who is that car enthusiast going to go and see based on, you know what I mean? So I think for, any business, start with your brand. Have a story that you're telling. Be top of mind for when your customers are hungry for that service or product you're offering, they're thinking of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cool. What does a business's online presence this year need to look like in order for AI to actually take it serious?
Okay, so, you need SEO, as we talked about before. You need your technical SEO now done. You need a good backlink strategy, articles. You need good reviews.
Good reviews, for sure. We know AI is reading every review.
AI reads everything.
Yeah.
And if you're a business that just runs ads and you've got none of that back-end strategy or SEO strategy, you're not going to get recommended.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
We are seeing it with one of our clients, the mortgage broker we're working with. So lately he's been featured in a bunch of press.
Yes.
Some big news articles, his name's mentioned, his company's name's mentioned.
It's really helping helping.
It's really helping. He's being now cited in ChatGPT, in Claude, and his SEO results in terms of domain authority, like he's up 2 points just in the last week or two. And what's happening is when everything is being filtered, it's counting how many times is he being recommended and referred. And then AI can detect that you're like actually a verified business.
Yeah. It also it can scan your socials too.
Yeah.
So it can see how many profiles you've got. Oh, cool. They've got Instagram, they've got Facebook, they've got LinkedIn.
It's kind of scary.
It is very scary.
Nothing is going to get past it. So yeah, if you're not doing the right thing and people are leaving reviews, even like think of a Reddit forum and you've really ripped someone off and they're going hard on there, AI is going to read that.
Yeah. Well, we've been testing asking AI the questions, recommend me a real estate agent in wherever, and, recommend me a mechanic or recommend me a lawyer. So, we're testing all those things.
Yeah.
So it is very interesting.
I get a bit gnarly with it and I just check, like, what do you know about Perceptiv, like, every day, just to make sure nothing's...
Ask it about yourself too.
It actually knows a lot about me, it's which is kind of cool, creepy, so, yeah.
It's all your connections on
LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn. There's 20,000 people.
All right. Okay, we've both worked across retail, hospitality, construction, B2B. Is there a universal truth about what makes marketing actually work regardless of industry?
Crickets.
Yeah. Maybe we could go back onto the branding there. We already kind of covered it though.
Yeah, we did.
Skip over it?
Yeah.
All right.
Can we ask a question now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. This will be fun. What advice are you giving clients right now that you know is possibly going to change in 6 months?
Oh, gosh. I mean, everything with SEO, the backlinking strategy, the brand mentions, all of that I'm still recommending because it's what's working right now. We don't know if that's going to change, but I think everything I'm saying today will change in 6 months. Straight up.
If you look at the last 12, 24 months, it does change every month. Well, not every month, every quarter, every 6 months, it does change.
It does change. What worked on Instagram Reels this month didn't work last month. And so, like, everything is changing from content to, ads, organic. I think websites naturally will have the same kind of thing. I'm hoping websites are still going to be important, 6 to 12 months from now, as much as they are like today, but things like website speed or the technical foundational stuff will stay the same. Reviews, I think, will stay important forever.
Yeah, of course.
And branding, I guess, back to branding.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Are we actually solving the problem, or are we just making clients feel like we are? That's a silly one, but I like it. I mean, if we were just making them feel like it, they would have left us by now.
Yeah, I mean, there's no contracts in place.
No.
They have free will to do whatever they
want.
But good.
Who threw that question in there?
We'll have to take it up with our team there.
I've got one. This one's good. We've actually come across this before. When a client pushes back on your strategy and wants to do it their way, do you fight or do you let them learn the hard way?
Yeah, this one, we have done both.
Yeah.
I think early on, we let them do it their way. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there were a few clients in our very first year where they had a vision and they wanted to do certain things because that's how it worked previously for them. So we said, okay, because we were like still obviously maybe not as confident, and we did what they wanted, and 6 months later, it didn't work.
Yeah. Beep catering, that one. That was one of them. Yeah. They wanted their own, they wanted to do their own strategy. It didn't listen to us.
They don't want their phone number on there.
Yeah.
They don't want to collect details. They wanted everyone to online order. Do you remember that? Yep. And we're like, we're sending money here. Like, we need to be capturing the data so we can retarget. Bunch of things happen over time. The client, long story short, didn't stay with us. And we learned a lot from that.
We really did.
Moving forward, I think if we don't agree, we just call it out very early on. And all we can do is recommend as an agency. And if they choose to do something that's their own way, I think we just
be upfront with them at the front. It's like, well, we can test it if you want, but this is our recommendation.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't go to my mechanic and ask him, or tell him what oil I want in my car, or what tires I want. I leave it up to them.
Yeah,
but
totally.
It's fine.
What advice is every guru giving right now that you think is actually backwards?
hate gurus.
Yeah, I mean, we get served a lot.
We get served so many guru ads.
So many guru ads.
I think the one that bothers me the most in our industry, like I mentioned before, is the ones that are gurus on one item only.
Yeah.
Like, you need just ads, or you need just video and film.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
It kills me.
Yeah.
And we say to, like, if we can't offer something and they need something, we'll tell them how to get it or where to get it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's back to your thing about this. Everyone thinks they have that crystal ball and this is the only strategy, but like, there's so many things that you can do. And yeah, I think you need to be willing to be wrong and test things and like...
And we've been wrong and we've tested.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we're the guru marketing agency of, you know, of Sydney, but, you know, we've done our fair share.
Mistakes. And, you know, sometimes we have thought something was going to work and something else has worked, right? I'll bring you back to that experiment we ran in December for a retail shop in Potts Point. And we ran a meta campaign and we did a letter drop.
Yes.
We did a flyer campaign.
Yeah.
And we thought Instagram was going to outperform. We ran the same budget.
Yep.
And the letter drop. Won.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show, and I really like this point because people are so over reels and being screamed at. You know, we're subject to like 10,000 messages every day from our phone, like notifications, the news, all these things. That a piece of paper in your letterbox actually outperformed.
Yeah,
and it's like,
hey Louis, you were right.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I can take it.
Yeah, we definitely, hats off to you on that one. But, you know, it was an eye-opener for us. Like,
I was so surprised.
So was I. You know, I did not think that was going to work. And when digital is so oversaturated, people tend to go back to traditional models. You know, I won't be surprised if maybe billboards might come back and radio ads. I don't know, all the things I learnt at uni, and then I came into the real world. They're like, oh, no one's watching TV anymore. It's on YouTube and it's on, on Instagram. So things do change. And I think for every business, testing is the number one thing to do. If you've got the budget, run an experiment, because there's such an eye opener. Now we know that space.
It really was. Have you ever kept working with a client you shouldn't have fired because the money was too good?
Yes. Yeah, I've definitely done this to the detriment of my mental health and sleep. I think everyone makes this mistake early on. You just take kind of what you can get. But one of the biggest things is if it doesn't align with your values or you're just maybe not vibing with them. I think it's okay for an agency to be like, listen, this is who we recommend. We're just not a fit, feel free to go elsewhere. And we've been happily breaking up with clients as of late that just kind of don't fit our, our vibe.
Or breaking up before we start.
Or kind of not pursuing ones that we know might give us a headache later. We've had a recent experience with a client we actually thought would be really good, and now we're chasing money, for how many months, and it's quite hard. You can't detect those things early on. Everyone sells you the dream, even as a person, and this one went really over both of us.
It really did, yeah. But again, we've learned.
But you learn from it, and so I think moving forward, would I do this? I probably wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
What about you? No. Not after this year, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, not happening.
Yeah.
What is the biggest thing you've gotten wrong in the last year?
Oh, this one's easy. I thought SEO was going to be dead. Yeah. I actually remember walking in, writing on the whiteboard. I'm like, we are cooked. I don't know what's happening. But AI is taking over our industry. Do you remember? I was freaking out. And there were so many mixed messages. No one knew what they were talking about. But I really did think that was over for us.
Yeah.
The last few months, though, has been such a nice shift. Just seeing the results that we are getting for clients. Finally,
Yeah, it's good.
Getting that peace of mind, because we made a bet on it and we went all in, but we had our backup plans lined up, right?
We did, yeah.
Which was good because I guess now we are reaping the rewards of that, and the clients who kind of stayed with us and trusted us during that period are building the momentum for the next phase of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
No.
Okay, 5 years from now, are we still running an agency, or has AI changed what we actually sell?
5 years from now, ooh, I don't know if we'd be running an agency. Yeah. I think everything will be done through agents, where you would have an SEO agent, an ads agent, and you would just kind of plug them in.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially the agency would just be someone managing the agents.
Yeah, it'd be like consulting.
Yeah.
Especially like maybe for the older generation that don't know how to do it or don't know how to work AI or are very time poor clients. We've got a few time poor clients,
Yeah.
or a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I think those types of clients would need a type of consulting management role. So, yeah.
I think you would be able to stand out because you might have a better like tech stack. So your agents do something maybe others don't, and that's kind of how you would stand out. But it'll be that consulting piece.
Yeah.
Don't think it's like a massive team doing all the like deliverables and stuff. I think even what we're seeing today with like the Canva and Claude situation, I think social media agencies, who are just doing content only are a little bit at risk.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no movement. If Manus AI, what you've been experimenting,
Manus is crazy. Yeah, it's really good.
Plugged in, built into Meta, that knows everything. It's read every line of copy. It's seen every ad. It knows what performs, what doesn't. How do you compete with that?
I still don't trust it though.
No.
I asked it to give me feedback on a campaign, and it told me to spend $6,000 a week on ads.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's crazy.
To be fair,
it'll probably get better.
It'll get better.
But yeah, it's
for the campaign we were working on. It recommended something was actually against Facebook's guidelines. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know which one? So it's still not there. It's still not there. Still goes out of the lines a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're spending all this money, like the thing with AI is it only gets smarter.
Yeah.
So
I think it just needs some more time. Look, I still don't trust Google Ads AI. I don't use it.
Yeah.
I still do things manually, but yeah,
I mean,
I just don't trust it sometimes. It goes rogue.
It goes rogue. I mean, its number one goal is spend all the money.
Correct. Yeah. So I don't want to spend all our clients' money, so I still do everything magnally. So.
I like that you still have that layer on that you do when you're in the campaigns. I know it takes you a long time. But you can see.
It gives me a peace of mind.
Yeah.
When it gets better, then I might tap into it. But right now, no.
Right now, it's just not there yet.
No, it's not there yet. Maybe it'll get there.
Not Adamu approved.
No, it's definitely not Adamu approved.
I got one for you.
Sure.
Who's an Australian founder or business that you've watched build a personal brand the right way? What did they do that worked?
I like Nurse Renee.
Yeah.
She's great. It's all about her, like her products. I know people that use her products, they like her products, which is good. So it's not like she's just flogging something for the sake of it. Like, it's actually, the products are good.
I like it, yeah.
I love how she brings her grandmother into it. Like, you relate with, well, I do, I relate with her family. So,
Greek?
Yeah, she's Greek.
Yeah. Sure, yeah.
So she's got her yaya in there all the time.
Oh, it's so good.
So yeah, I think it's, I think she's great.
I love that. And Nurse Renee is another one that we kind of have spoken about on another episode, but just her stuff is getting better and better. Like, she's just building a bigger community. Like, her business now is untapped. No one can compete with her. She's got no competition because people are in love with her.
With her, yeah.
So she could launch bloody chocolate. She could launch anything.
Buy it.
Toilet rolls, like whatever. And people will buy it if it's coming from her. And I think that kind of community, that is something that every business needs to learn from, is having that founder-led.
Yeah, that founder-led brand and then the product being good as well.
Correct.
Those two things together are so powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Because even if the product was bad, she'd get some bad reviews, she'd iterate, and she could relaunch.
Yeah.
It's not the end of her
She'd
business.
fix it, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But she's the face. It's her. She can't have a bad product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other one I like is Adam Sullivan. He does evidence-based training and the Cunnies.
For gummies?
Gummies?
Yeah. Him and his nephew?
Yeah,
I think it's his nephew, yeah.
And I think his partner's on there as well.
Yeah.
I love his story. He's a personal trainer, saturated market, started, making content, and over time, like, look at the business he's built.
Yeah, he's good.
And I think, yeah, he's built so much trust doing one thing really good. It's like making everyday meals, you know, healthy. Doing that recording and look at the stage that he's at now, you know, I think he's done some fashion, some gummies, he's launched all these products, he's got an app, like, so.
No, I do. I agree. It's good.
Cool. Anything else you want to hit me with?
All right. What does a bad week actually look like for you? Not the polished version, the real one.
Work-wise or life-wise?
You can do both.
Yeah.
Bit of work, bit of life.
If I don't get to the gym in the morning, that's already a disaster.
Yeah.
So if I don't hit the gym, then coming in and just being reactive, if we're just like putting out fires, that's typically puts me in like high cortisol. I'm not my best self in those moments. You poor thing when you have to deal with that.
You're okay.
And then it's kind of like that flow-on effect of like high pressure and then not being able to sleep, not getting to the gym, not eating right, and that kind of will knock me off my game.
That'll throw you,
There's definitely one thing, like in such a high pressure role, like what we do, is mental health and physical health. If you're not taking care of that, like it needs to be part of the pie because it rolls into like everything else you do.
Yeah.
You know, when I come to work, if I haven't slept, like the look of my head, like how I'm reacting to stress, like I don't, you know, I don't respond well to it. I'm like, everything is like,
No.
You know.
But we're good like that. Like we know, you know, who's had a rough night, who's had a bad week. Like, hey, just go, take a minute, you know.
I love that between us, we're very open. Like, hey, how'd you sleep? It's like the first thing we say every morning.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you sleep?
Yeah, not good morning, say, hey, how'd you sleep?
Yeah, are we good too?
Are we good? Yeah.
And I think that's also so important with us to like support each other because so many moments are quite hard where like it's good to lead into you when I have those moments and I hope
we lean into each other.
Vice versa.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. This one was a bit of a different episode, a little bit more question answer.
Yeah.
Trying to stump each other, which I liked, but we did well.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you learnt something, had a laugh, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.